Our next question is from Mariano with Bank of America.
So on government, U.S. government is up, like 40%. And this is in line with what we saw at USA. L3Harris, Anduril, Shield AI, but others were advertising Palantir logos. And they were like advertising partnership with you. What changed for them to actually want to partner? That's the first one. And then, Dave, if you don't mind giving an update on the strategic commercial contracts and how are you thinking about the remaining deal value as we see news about Lilium, but also a recent pickup of some like stock awards as a form of payment from these companies. Thank you.
On the first bit here, there's really two dimensions to what we're seeing as acceleration in partnerships on the U.S. government side. The first is something I've talked about earlier, which is Mission Manager. Really, how do we take not our software, but our software infrastructure, Rubix and Apollo, as radical accelerants for these companies to get to revenue, to service their existing revenue in a more profitable way, and expand their market access. So that's been just a clear win across the board. That's good for the government, it's good for these partners, and it's good for us.
I don't think Shyam's taking enough credit here, or Shyam, Aki, and others. So one of our biggest issues in the U.S. government would be just simply a friction coefficient. And we had the problem that although we are completely focused on helping the U.S. government and allies first and ourselves second, and that's one of the reasons most of us at the table are still here. There was a general perception a couple years ago that, basically, and you see it in our numbers, Palantir wins, and maybe we win too much and we keep winning, and people are like, well, Palantir makes all this money, someone else has got to make money. And one of the things Shyam and I would say Aki and others did a tremendous job of is like, look, we're in this for the supremacy of U.S. and its allies, and we're going to prove this by opening up part of our products and allowing you to sit on government data, which is, lay people assume you could just put a product on government data. You can't do that. There's all these tech products we've built that allow you to safely and securely work directly with the U.S. government. And we've begun offering that to all sorts of defense tech startups and begun partnering with more established large integrators like L3 and many others actually. And the strategy there was, look, if we actually believe what we believe, let's show it. And this strategy, which Shyam led and Aki empowered and also kind of did incredible work on, has led to a situation where most people involved in tech innovation now view Palantir as their ally. And so instead of going into every meeting saying, oh yeah, Palantir's great, but their fearless leader is batshit crazy, and he might go off to his commune in New Hampshire, and whatever they were saying, it's now like, yeah, the products are the best, and we have great products. And so that's a really important shift, and that was a business strategy, and it really was done by others. And that has shifted our ability to get to market because, most people don't want to resist. They're not hating the player, they're playing with us.
Alex is always a tough act to follow, but the second part of that I'll just close out with is really helping these companies with their production. In the same way that we help Airbus build every plane or Chrysler build every car, how do we help L3 and Anduril and Shield and all of these new entrants and existing primes build their weapon systems better, and in particular where they have fixed price, drive margin expansion as a consequence of doing that.
And then on the strategic commercial contracts, they're a tiny part of the business, right? Basically 1% of revenue in Q3. On the forward-looking metrics, it's even like it's quite de minimis, and the program ended 3 years ago. So, we can still answer the question. It's basically not relevant anymore.
Thank you. Alex, we have a lot of individual investors on the line. Is there anything you'd like to say before we end the
call? As usual, we're in it together with you. Besides making America even stronger and better, and our allies stronger, better, and all of us more lethal, besides protecting Palantirians and most ex-Palantirians, our individual investors are near and dear to our and certainly my heart. And I love it that you guys are winning. There'll always be ups and downs in building a business, but we're definitely fighting for you guys. And, you know, the decision to do a DPO where which is essentially was a decision to make sure that individuals got to participate, and your willingness to spend time and look at what we're doing and actually look at the facts on the ground and not just to read theory has been crucial to Palantir as a business, and it's part of what makes Palantir great and also our nation so great. So thank you, and thank you for your support.
Thank you. That concludes Q&A for today's call.